Hello out there in YouTube land. Kisses to all of you. I hope that you're having a wonderful Saturday evening. Little bit is taking a nap. And Daddy, he's not feeling well. He's got a really bad cold. So, pray for Eric on that one. Kisses to my subscribers. I got some great news. I downloaded StreamYard. It's a platform to be able to add people to help you with your lives. And the person that's going to be helping me, which is so great. She's so wonderful. She's really helping me get my page together. And so we're going to do a live, and we're planning on doing a live this Thursday. This Thursday might not be this Thursday, but the following Thursday. We have to try it out first and see how the platform is going to work before we're able to go live. And so she's going to call me on Thursday. We're going to get everything set up on Thursday, and then we probably schedule it out. We probably end up doing it on a day that when we both are available, but we are going live. Let's see what else is going on. This is not about Megan today. I'm not talking about Megan today. This is about Oprah Winfrey. And this is about a little bit more of American news. And pretty much I want to talk about Cat Williams. I don't know. Like I saw it, and it just felt like he was the smartest person in the room, and everybody else was just not as smart as him, not as smart as Cat Williams. He's I think I would consider him controversial in my book because I like him. He's the best comedian out there. But I would have to say, here's my one point and then I'm done, is that I remember him coming out a while ago, like years ago, talking about how Cedric the Entertainer stole one of his jokes. But then he brought it up again recently, and I'm just like, why is he still holding on to something that happened years ago? And not that he shouldn't be disappointed or upset about it, just the fact that it was confusing because it sounded like he had all these deals, but then he didn't take the deals or something like that. Like I don't know. Moving on from that. That's my opinion about it. Oprah. I'm telling you, Monique has spoken. I don't know what she has said. And Monique is the woman that Oprah tried to diss before. Little Rocky too little. Monique was a comedian. She's a comedian. And long ago, she played in a movie called Precious. And in that movie, Oprah wanted her to promote the movie. But she told Oprah that she didn't pay her enough to promote the movie and that she was done. Anyway, she was done promoting the movie, and besides, no one was paying her to promote the movie, so she was done. And so she got blackballed out of Hollywood. And Oprah blackballed her. She wasn't getting any deals. She wasn't getting any jobs. And so even to this day, she's struggling. And I say struggling, but I just say struggling as far as her career is concerned. And I think Oprah had something to do with it. But moving on from that piece, because I'm going to let you hear something. Now, his name is Make It Make Sense. And he has his own show, and he's got a lot of followers. Now, he is the one that has a better clip about Oprah talking about Taraji. And the way Oprah was talking about Taraji was that she was upset with her. And word on the street is that they're not friends. But here's the thing. People are starting to realize that Oprah is fake. She is. How come she's not? She gets... Oprah is now doing what I believe what Megan does. Blame and point the finger. I believe Oprah is a narcissistic person. I do. Because anytime you don't take responsibility, and then when you do take responsibility, you're the hero. I am the one that championed. Let me let you listen to it. She goes around like she's the savior. No, you called Taraji up. I know I said this on one of my videos before, but you called Taraji P. Henson up and you asked her to be in the color purple. And therefore, you had control. My daughter's coughing. You had control over the budget and who would get what and what would be said. But then you pretend like you had no pull whatsoever when it came to dishing out more money to help them with their trailer issues, with their food issues. Everything was an issue. But you know what, Taraji? Here's the thing that I get. If you knew she was going to lowball you with paying you in the first place, why wouldn't she cheapen up on everything else? First of all, Oprah showed her this cheap contract, and then Taraji said, I'm not doing it for that much, or I'm leaving. Or she took it, I don't know. But when she took the deal, she had to know that since it started off with them not giving them any money in the beginning to do the show, why would they take care of you? If they didn't take care of you financially, why would they take care of Taraji with food at night when they were working late, with security to take them home, with your own trailer so you can have your own thing going on so you can be in your own zen-like place when it's time to go and act? No. Roach infested, by the way. So it wasn't surprising. I don't think she should have been surprised that everything was falling apart, because look how they were treating them with the pay. And then Oprah gets on there and says, I'm coming to the rescue. No, you came to the rescue after Taraji brought it to your attention. And see, Taraji just seems like, to me, a person is just telling her truth, the real truth about what happened on the set and how she almost walked away. Because I don't think that she's afraid of Oprah. I don't think that she feared Oprah, and she was just telling her like it was. Just saying, listen, they're not paying me anything. I'm about to quit acting. I mean, she was in tears. This is how disappointed she was. And so my thing is that, how can you be surprised that you did have a roach infested trailer and that you were sharing it with Fantasia? But what I found about Fantasia is that she should have never said anything. She should have just been quiet, in my opinion, because she was talking about Taraji, and Taraji had nothing to do with Fantasia. And so when I say her, I mean Oprah. Oprah was talking about Taraji. And Fantasia started talking to Oprah about the situation, but she didn't have anything to do with it. No one asked her for her opinion or what was going on. Let Oprah get it out of her system. Let Oprah tell up on herself. Just like the Maui incident, when she wanted us to contribute, when she's the billionaire that could write a check just like that. Well, we're going to give 30, whatever. Give it. Do what you say you're going to do. But don't be asking us. I mean, she can, but she did. But it fell on deaf ears. It didn't come out correctly. It didn't. Because we are struggling. Everybody is. Not literally. Not everybody is struggling. But things are costing more. And so you're starting to look at things in a different way. That's all. Okay. Now, let me get to it. Again, his name is Make It Make Sense. And okay, just a second. Here we go.
Later, but tonight is about...
Okay, so guys, we are going to talk about we're going to listen to what Oprah said, which I've already did a deep dive on it. And so then we're going to move into what Monique had to say, because she has responded. Okay, here we go.
So we'll get into that later. But tonight is about Oprah and Monique throwing down. So just a reminder, this is what was said.
People stopped me today, Oprah, and said, what is the deal with Oprah and Taraji? What do you want to share with the class? No, I'm addressing that to Oprah. Oh, because I saw your face. No, because...
You know why? You know why she addressed that to Oprah? Because Oprah told her to. Oprah wants to talk about it. And this wasn't the time or the place to talk about it. But what's interesting is that there's an absentee person. Taraji P. Henson is not with these women at this particular moment. This was at the Golden Globe Awards. Remember the one that Megan was at? Well, excuse me. She didn't go. She didn't get an invitation, or she got one, or whatever. No, she wasn't there. Okay? But she was talked about. They did roast her. She was part of the roast wagon. Now, I may jump in and maybe do this. You know what? I may do a video on her later. I have to check it and see what's going on. If not, this is going to be the only one. Okay? Sorry about that. So this is Oprah at the Golden Globe Awards, along with Gail. She's working. And then Fantasia and this other young lady and Steven Spielberg all together. Okay? Now, Steven Spielberg, I wouldn't be surprised if he was just like, what is going on? What is going on with all this drama, Oprah? You know? But what's interesting to me is that why would Oprah bring this up right here and right now? Well, maybe because Taraji wasn't there. And she did say that she was trending because after Taraji had told us about what else had happened, that the trailer and all of that stuff, she told us the trailer, they wasn't getting food at night. What else? They had to drive a rent-a-car late at night with no security, which was a liability. And so she went to Oprah with these concerns because Oprah is the one that called her up and said, do you want to play in my movie Color Purple? And then Taraji said yes, probably not knowing how much. Moving on. So I'm sure Taraji called Oprah and said, Oprah, listen, we need these things to happen. We need a trailer by ourselves. We need this, we need that. And treat us like we're at work. Like this is a work setting. You're treating us like, any old kind of way. She called Oprah up because Oprah is the one that called her up asking her to be in the movie. Now, why would Taraji call Steven Spielberg or Paramount to ask them, knowing that Oprah is the one that's in charge? She was on set every day promoting the movie. Well, but then Oprah talks about how she had to go back and get things changed, which meant that the changes wasn't immediate. It was, I got to go back and see because the budget for the film is already laid. And so they just snapped off a piece, just a piece for the actresses and actors and said, here. Because you can't tell me if they didn't pay Taraji right, everybody on set was being mistreated. Taraji was the biggest star. She was the biggest A-lister. So you have the biggest A-lister pretty much in what we see. And then you don't pay her right, but you don't pay anyone right. You can't tell me. And see, Fantasia was just happy to be a part of the show or just happy to be in this motion picture. And didn't, and to her defense, didn't know that she could negotiate or ask for more money. Yes, I would have. I would have been like, wait a minute. No. Oprah then got caught. And now she's trying to point the blame like Megan does. Let's blame Paramount. Let's blame someone else. I was here. I was doing everything. Da, 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 da. I don't want anybody coming after me. Too late. I believe this is karma from the Megan show. I really do. I cannot help but to believe that some of this is coming back on Oprah because of the Megan Oprah show. Because the UK don't like her, okay? It's not like they're friends. And the US is looking at her side-eyed, like, what is you doing? No. So what is she going to do now that she shouldn't have been having this conversation about Taraji at the Golden Globe Awards. You could tell it bothered Oprah because she wanted to talk about it in front of everybody, and she wanted to get her story out so people on Twitter would stop tweeting about her. You care. Here we go.
Was said.
Well, stopped me today, Oprah, and said, what is the deal with Oprah and Taraji? What do you...
That's Oprah telling Gayle to ask this question. Okay? Because she goes right into it, Taraji. And Oprah wants to talk about it. If she didn't, then Gayle wouldn't have brought it up. Just like, remember with the Megan piece, let me just go back to that. Remember when Gayle called her up the next day on her show on CBS and asked Oprah what was the bombshell moment for her when interviewing Megan, and she said it was because of the skin color. It was her concerns, that they were concerned. She says that was shocking to her. That was a bit shocking. And then right after Elizabeth passes away, Oprah wants everybody to know that she did not know it was going to be any bombshells going on with Megan. She was just allowing them to tell their truth. That's Oprah lying, trying to get out of it. You chased down that interview. You begged Megan for that interview. She wasn't telling her truth. You was trying to get with her to get an exclusive interview, and you wanted the exclusive. She told us. She said you were asking for an interview on site, and she was like, no, wait, because now is not the right time for me to be talking about my in-laws. We need to wait and do it on live TV, Oprah. This is what she's saying in her brain. And then I'm going to spill the beans, and you'll have everything you want. And Oprah was flying back and forth to the UK, visiting Megan, getting a story. But you didn't know it was going to be a bombshell. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You did know it was going to be a bombshell. Because if you didn't, then why did you say it the next day? Why did you say the bombshell moment for you? You knew it was going to be bombshells because she told you. Megan will tell anybody that will listen to her that Catherine is racist. And King Charles is too. And everybody hates her and the media is coming after her. Anybody that will listen. Moving on. Let's get back to Oprah.
To share with the class.
Share with the class?
When you see Kelly.
She said, Oprah, tell us about Taraji P. Henson. You know, why don't you share it with the class? What class?
Bryce has called you after you just ran a story. It's a little bit like, so we'll get into that later. But tonight is about Oprah and Monique throwing down. So just a reminder, this is what was said.
Well, stopped me today, Oprah, and said, what is the deal with Oprah and Taraji? What do you want to share with the class? No, I'm addressing that to Oprah.
The class.
I saw your face. No, because people think...
She said, how do you, would you like to address, I'm fat. I know, someone said I wasn't. I told my husband, I said, I'm going back on my egg diet. That worked. I was losing weight on the egg diet. And then I'm going to move to salads. And then I'm going to move to protein.
No, that it's not a deal.
It's not, because people think you're mad, she's mad. I know that that's not true. Of all, what do you want to share with the class?
The class.
No, I'm addressing that to Oprah. Because I saw your face. No, because people think...
I know that it's not a deal.
It's not, because people think you're mad, she's mad. I know that that's not true.
First of all, the thing that is so upsetting to me is that somebody went on and something went viral where they're analyzing us on top of the Empire State. We were cold.
Oprah said you were cold.
We were cold. It was cold. Now, there's a whole thing we had done that day.
Yes.
That was the fourth thing we had done that day. First of all, I just want to say that from the beginning, when I got the first phone call that cars were they were being asked to rent cars because they were in the middle of rehearsal.
Well, I asked him out.
That's that stupid stuff. She act like she don't know. That's that stupid stuff. Oprah, you knew because you don't want to tell Steven Spielberg and Paramount that you could get some people that would do it for cheaper. They'll just be glad to be in the movie. I could hear her negotiating behind the scenes. No, she has been called out and found out.
Because I like to drive myself. I'm a Southern woman.
And then nobody asked Fantasia. Nobody asked her. She should have just let Oprah continue to talk and dig her own hole. But no, Fantasia, you didn't need that. I know the spot Fantasia was in. She felt like she needed to make Oprah feel good by saying, you didn't do anything wrong. You're okay. Yes, she did. The first thing she did is having this conversation in front of anybody. Because all she has to do is just shut up. But Oprah's talking and she's telling her side of the story like Megan. But Oprah's story ain't adding up because Oprah called Taraji to be Oprah called Taraji personally to be in the film, the movie. Therefore, in my book, Oprah was responsible for everything that Taraji did from that moment on. Financing, trailers, rent-a-cars, everything. Everything should have been taken care of. And when it wasn't, that shouldn't have been shocking. You know why? Because they were lowballing her with the pay. And I can't even imagine what those other people got paid. And wasn't Halle Bailey in that show, The Mermaid? No, she didn't have a baby. Halle Bailey. Halle Bailey, I believe. She just had a baby. She was in The Little Mermaid, okay? The Disney Mermaid movie, okay? She was in that. And I was just watching this show. And people thought she was pregnant, okay? And then people would ask, and then she would be no, I'm not pregnant. No. So all of a sudden, she didn't have a baby this weekend. And it came out. I don't know if it's a girl or a boy, but congratulations. But the problem with that is like, why lie? Why keep it a secret? And why pretend eventually the baby's going to be born and you're going to have to tell us regardless? Or did you want it to be a surprise? But her sister got highly upset about us asking, not even us, them asking about, are you pregnant? And all along she was. She kept it a secret. And then who does that? Who keeps a pregnancy secret? And then when you have it, you want everybody to come and start congratulations now. Well, maybe she was embarrassed because she wasn't married. She's not married to him. He just seems like he's immature. Like he's a YouTube star. So people follow him around and stuff, which is pretty cool. But I don't know. Anyway, she didn't have a baby. And The Little Mermaid, where's the ring? I'm like, what's her name? I'm going to get it before I go. I forgot her name. She's got her own show. It's really weird. She got 1.5 million users. She's great. I want to go on her show one day. I'm going to ask her to help promote mine. Just see what she says. And say, hey, girl, I got this show. It's very small, but I need help. And see what happens. I get scared and freak out, so I probably won't do it. Anyway.
I heard that Taraji was upset because you've been asked to do a rental car. I personally called Toby Emmerich, who was at the time the head of Warner Brothers, and he said, well, that means we have to do cars for everybody. Then I said, then we do cars for everybody. And if it's necessary.
Point blank. She said, I called Warner Brothers and I talked to him and I told him we need to get some cars. Did she say get cars or get security?
Taraji was upset because you've been asked to do a rental car. I personally.
She said Taraji was upset. She says it. She says that Taraji was upset. That means you had a disgruntled employee with you that wasn't happy. Disgruntled, that's probably not a good word to use. But you had an employee that wasn't on one accord. And that happens. And then she says she calls Warner Brothers.
Toby Emmerich, who was at the time the head of.
I'm
Rewind
a
it.
Southern woman.
So
I
heard that Taraji was upset.
Upset.
You've been asked to do a rental car. I personally called Toby Emmerich, who was at the time the head of Warner Brothers, and he said, well, that means we have to do cars for everybody. Then I said, then we do cars for everybody. And if it's necessary, I will pay for the cars myself because, well, we don't want you.
Why wasn't okay?
See, I don't understand what she means by cars for everyone. I thought that it was a liability for them to be driving those cars. So I think Oprah got the story twisted. It sounds weird. Hold on just a second.
You are in all of these clips
Hold
because,
on.
oh my.
Taraji was upset because you've been.
I want you to hear, make it make sense, his response, okay?
Who was at the time the head of Warner Brothers, and he said, well, that means we have to do cars for everybody. Then I said, then we do cars for everybody. And if it's necessary, I will pay for the cars myself because, well, we don't want you.
Why wasn't, okay, for starters, you were producing this movie. You are in all of these clips because, oh my gosh, guys, look, it's Steven Spielberg. Remember him, the director? Hey, yeah,
Big time.
everything is smiling and great
Yeah.
because being associated with this film definitely keeps Oprah, who has basically retired, in the press. Right, Fantasia is just happy to be there.
Told you.
Fantasia looks great.
She looks beautiful, but she's just happy to be there.
Happy she looks like a star. But like Gail said,
She
this
does.
question was not for you, Tasia. This
Ooh.
question is for Oprah, my special.
This question is not for you, Tasia. This question is for Oprah, my friend. In other words, this is already preordained, pre-discussed, and it's not for you to talk. But she kept talking.
friend.
To do that. So, from that was one thing, trailers were another thing, food was another thing.
and everything got handled.
Sounds like Oprah was annoyed. It was food, it was the trailer, like Oprah trying to sound like she wanted this, she wanted that, and that didn't make her happy, and this didn't make her happy. That's what Oprah has an attitude with Taraji. She's upset and disappointed. And for her to start talking about Taraji at the Golden Globe Awards, it tells me that Oprah wants some people to defend her. She wants us to be on her side and say, it's okay, Oprah, like Fantasia's doing. No, I want to drive myself. No, I can do everything by myself, and I don't need to eat at night. Taraji, I believe, was used to a certain level of working environments. And there was nothing wrong with her asking for these things. But obviously it was a problem because now Oprah's talking about it at the Golden Globe Awards and said that Taraji was upset. It was one thing, and then it was another thing, and it was another thing. That's Oprah upset. Like she wanted this, she wanted that, and she wanted this. And it was a lot. No, it shouldn't have been a lot. It should have just been like, okay, yeah, we'll take care of that for you. And then set the standard. So next time you have a film, Oprah, you'll know how to treat people. But I just do believe this. If it was Mel Streep and Oprah had Mel Streep on the set, I don't think that she would have hesitated to get her what she needed. But now she's complaining about Taraji. It was one thing, and it was another thing, and it was another thing. No, that's Oprah being annoyed.
And everything got handled. I don't even.
Just happy to be there.
Yeah.
Fantasia looks great. I'm happy she looks like
She does.
a
She looks
star.
beautiful.
But like Gail said, this question was not for you, Tasia. This question is for Oprah, my special friend.
Hello.
To do that. So, from that was one thing, trailers were another thing, food was another thing.
And everything got handled.
And everything got handled.
And everything got handled, right? They're trying to pacify her, rub Oprah on her back to make her feel good.
I don't even know what beef. I don't even know. You know what? It's so disturbing.
I don't even know what the beef is. I don't.
Another thing. Food was another
But
thing.
food was another thing, and this was another thing.
Got handled.
And Oprah, my special friend.
Didn't do that.
His special friend.
You know, from that was one thing. Trailers were another thing. Food was another thing.
And everything got handled.
And everything got handled. I don't
And
know.
so the cheerleaders in the back, everything got handled. No, after you had to bring it to somebody's attention, it should have been okay. But there had to be some pushback for this to be spoken about. Because Oprah, it was one thing and another thing, like she was annoyed by it. That's what I got. I need the body language experts to break this down. This would be a good one.
No, but you know what? It's so disturbing.
Got handled after
She said it was so disturbing.
she was called out. It wasn't just handled. It was after calls were made. It was after calls were made. Am I the only one here? Is after calls were made. They didn't just get handled.
Walmart.
When Oprah does anything, I think Oprah allowed some of her friends to get married in her Montecito home. Everything was on Oprah. She's given Tina Turner Rolls Royces. Oprah does what Oprah wants to do. Oprah's a billionaire.
Right.
You are the producer. Anything that falls short falls to you, Oprah.
Did you hear what he said? He said, you are the producer, Oprah. Anything that falls short, you handle it. That's what I said at the beginning. And not just handle it, but also, too, you called Taraji to be in the film. So when you called her up, you automatically became her connection. And so, of course, she went back to Oprah and said, listen, this ain't enough money. And I want all these things need to be taken care of as well. But when she was lowballing her, she knew then she should have knew then it was going to be some stuff, some cheapo stuff going on. Now, I want to hear him say it again. This was on you.
I love you, though, Oprah. She's given
He
Tina
loves her.
Turner Rolls Royces. Oprah does what Oprah wants to do. Oprah's a billionaire. You are the producer. Anything that falls short falls to you, Oprah. I love you, though, Oprah. But still.
Why is my name even in this conversation?
Because you're the producer. Because you're all out there. You're the color purple. Okay? That's why you're the color purple. That's why your name is in it. Because you called Taraji up and put her in the show. You didn't? Your name is coming up. You're a producer. Stop trying to backpedal your way out of stuff like Megan. You sound just like her. And pointing the blame. It's so-and-so's fault. It's Sitch's fault. No, it's your fault. You're the billionaire. This is your film. They put $100 million and it's not getting this return. I heard it was at 50,000 right now. And that 50 million, which is not enough. You want to exceed that number. You want to at least break even. Was I supporting it, you ask? No.
Because you're Oprah Winfrey.
Can I say something?
Why is my
Can I
name
say something?
Fantasia got something to say.
I have just been the champion for everybody.
I want to just say one thing. I'm a mother of young kids. Social media has become a thing. Social media has become a thing where they will take something that's not even true and run it and run it and run it.
Yeah.
Be quiet, Tasia.
Sometimes it's almost like you guys.
Nope. If it wasn't true, then why is she responding to it? If she didn't feel attacked or feel like she wasn't responsible, then why is she responding to it? And she's not even responding to it. She's responding to Taraji. She's talking about her. She said she was upset and she wanted all these things changed and I got them done. No, she does it with an attitude. Oprah, let me tell you something. I do believe Oprah thinks she's entitled to. I think she thinks that she's better than Taraji and the rest of them. Like, I believe she puts herself on a pedestal because for her to get all bent out of shape over this, She's not happy with Taraji. And if she can help it, she's going to make sure she doesn't work again.
Some of the interviews you're posting happened long ago, or it wasn't that, and they will take things. Yes. So at the end of the day, when we first said that this movie was going to be a healing thing at CinemaCon,
She probably didn't read her contract. No way. Be quiet, Tasia. This is about Taraji's gripe.
Right.
Taraji.
Not you.
Anything, apparently. And Taraji said, I'm
No.
not about that life. Guys, we got like 700 in the chat. Definitely hit the...
So he's live on his show. Okay, hold on. Okay, so that's the commentator.
Guys, we got like 700 in the chat. Definitely hit the...
He said, shut up, Fantasia.
I'm sorry. It's late, so if I say something crazy, my bad, y'all. My bad. What's I see you. Oh,
anything that has healing.
sorry. I take it back.
No, don't take it back. He told Fantasia to shut up.
Without a shadow of a doubt, that people would try to break that down.
Her.
Anything that
He's
has
telling her
healing
to
a
shut
part of it, they will do so. So we
All
have
the
to
haters.
overlook all of that other stuff and keep shining bright, because this movie, The Color Purple, is healing the land.
What?
Yes. So
Healing
no
the
matter what,
land.
I just want to say,
Yes.
it's nonsense.
There is
But,
no
but
thing.
there isn't anything, because
Wait,
what I
she
know
needs
is
to
you've
say
been a
something.
champion of Taraji and everybody.
And everybody.
And
Yeah.
that's the only point
And
that
trying to make sure that everybody...
Look at her lapdog making sure that Oprah gets the last word. No, Oprah is champion for everyone. Gail, she's champion for you. You got a job on the back of her. You became famous because of your best friend. But quit sticking her down our throats. No, Oprah's a champion for everyone. Listen.
No matter what, I just want to say,
Yes.
it's nonsense.
There is
But,
no
but
thing.
there isn't anything, because what I know is you've been a champion of
Been a
Taraji
champion
and everybody.
And everybody.
And
Yeah.
that's the only point
And
that
trying to make sure that everybody got exactly what they needed. First of all, I am a producer.
She didn't need to drive herself to set or get a rental car.
Right.
Or not have food.
That's exactly, because Oprah says, I got them cars, I got them rental cars, and then she did. That's what she, okay, rewind it when you hear that part, okay? Oprah says, I called Warner Brothers and I spoke to whoever she spoke to, and she told them that she needed cars for all the ladies. So my question is, what the heck did they have at first? A bus? Nothing? They had to get their own transportation? I'm confused. Okay? If I'm saying this correctly, is that what happened on the set, they had to drive themselves to and from the set every night, which was a liability. Oprah tells us that she made sure everyone had a rent-a-car. So are you saying that you didn't have security to take them home or a car to take them home, but you had rent-a-cars for them? And she says that she does. And she's patting herself on the back for doing that, I guess.
Scott is a producer.
Yes.
We are not the...
Now she's putting it off on Scott, y'all.
Scott
is this gentleman in the...
Now it's his fault. Okay? Blame a do. That's Megan's MO. Let's blame everybody else, because Oprah is yet to take responsibility for anything that she does. Instead of taking responsibility, it's okay. People will respect you more when you do. I would.
Background. See him? She is putting it off on Scott. Scott, you're here. You're going to take the brunt of this. You are. Where's Stedman? Gail, why'd you ask this question? That's probably what she's going through her head. You are
Really?
out of the...
No,
the back
she
house.
wanted this
You
question
cannot
answered.
stay with me anymore. You are out of the guest house in the back until further notice, Gail.
She wanted this question asked.
Shit, I'm Oprah. Do these people not know?
Powerful. Very powerful.
We are
Oprah.
not the studio, okay? Studio. I am a producer. Scott is a producer.
Yes.
We are not the studio. The studio. We are not the studio, okay?
This is my first time getting a Golden Globe, but I tell you what.
Studio. I am a producer.
Studio.
Scott is a producer.
Yes.
We are not the studio. The studio. We are not the studio, okay?
What does that have to do with anything? We are not the studio, okay? Oprah has an attitude. Check it. Check out Oprah's attitude. Hold on. Up, guys. Okay.
You know what? This is my first time getting a Golden Globe, but I do not want to miss that carpet.
She just happy to be here. She just happy
Yeah,
to be here. We
she's
got
just
like
happy
almost
to be
1,000
here.
in the chat. Definitely hit that like button. So, okay, y'all.
Okay.
Now, this is what Monique...
Now, Monique, remember Monique, you guys? She has come back and responded to what's going on with the Oprah and Taraji deal. Because it is a thing, Taraji and Oprah, okay? Otherwise, they're going to have to go on their own press tour to pretend like they friends. Because right now, Because right now, okay.
had to say. And again, shout out to James R. Sanders. I think he is talent.
Okay, here we go.
Latoya said Tasia can't read. She don't know what she's saying. Thank you for the super chat. We're all going to thank you for the super chat. So Oprah is saying she didn't fund it. I think Oprah just wants to be the face of certain things, and this was not anything that this was nothing that she wanted to be there for the red carpets.
Yep.
And having Oprah associated with something definitely does add something. I'm not gonna lie.
No,
Oprah
don't
is
try to
still a
backtrack,
household
make it
name
make
and
sense.
beloved
She
by very
lied.
many people.
She-
So
no.
lending her name
Keep
and her
it.
time to something probably
When you hear those
exclusive clip.
Okay, here we go.
First of all, and I just want to give you step by step, okay?
Mm-hmm.
When you hear those sisters say, when we showed up, we didn't even have any trailers. When we showed up, there was no food. When we showed up, we had to get ourselves to the set. When you hear all of these things, and who was at the helm of this production, James?
Oprah Winfrey.
Okay, this all on Harvey Weinstein. No food, and then when you
Producers.
She did the. This is thank you for the red carpets and
when we showed up, there was no food.
I am sorry. I am so sorry. I'm doing too many things at once. And so let me start here. Sorry.
To get ourselves to the set. When you hear all of these things, and who was at the helm of this production, James?
Okay. I was way too far.
Oprah Winfrey.
Okay, so when you hear all of these things, and then you start saying, see, this is the treatment of the black actress. It's nothing new. It's nothing new that the trailers are subpar. It's nothing
That's right.
Either the food is subpar or there's no food at all. That's nothing new. Nothing new. It's nothing
They
new
knew.
that the trailers are subpar. It's nothing new that either the food is subpar or there's no food at all. That's nothing new. So when Oprah Winfrey sits at the helm,
Hold on 1 second. Candace said a film's inception to completion is spearheaded by the film producer. They handle planning, coordination, casting, directing, editing, finances, marketing, and distribution.
Financing.
So it looks like it's
Everything.
on you, Oprah.
and Taraji P. Henson says, it's an honor that we were handpicked. We were handpicked for this movie. Well, if they were handpicked for that movie, those women should have been taken care of from the moment go.
Yep.
Right.
From the moment
There's
go.
no way they should have walked up and there were no trailers. There's no
At
way
all.
there was no food. And then when you hear Oprah say, but when Taraji called me, what did I do, Taraji? Lady O fixed it. When Taraji called Oprah, what happened was, James, Oprah got caught.
Yep. That's it. Oh. Ooh. Monique is not... Listen. Okay, let me catch you guys up. We are listening to Monique. She is the woman that her and Oprah, she blackballed her out of Hollywood. This is she blackballed her out of Hollywood. Monique. People wasn't trying to have her work. I haven't seen Monique in such a long time. And when she comes back, I'm sure she's going to get a standing ovation. Because she was one of the best comedians out there. And people were treating her that way because they thought it was just her. But no, it's Oprah. Everybody's finding out that it is Oprah. And like she said, when Oprah didn't realize, when it should have been taken care of before them sisters walked on the stage, period. Okay? And when it wasn't, it fell on Oprah's lap. And since it fell on Oprah's lap, it was her job to fix it. But what has happened is Oprah has gotten caught in her lies, in her deception, in her blackballing, in the way that she runs her business. I'm not going to give you, this is how I'm going to treat you guys, women, on this set, with little disrespect. That's exactly what Oprah did. And Monique has told us that Oprah has gotten caught. And I can't help but to believe, subscribers, that this has something to do with Megan. I really do. I do. And when I say that, I mean karma. I said Oprah has, when it happened, I didn't know. I just said Oprah has ruined her reputation and her career by doing this interview with Meghan Markle. I said, why would she let her go on that? She act like she was giving Meghan a platform to talk because Meghan was trying to get to her to tell her story. No, that is not what happened. Oprah went after Meghan for the story and told her, listen, I'll give you X amount of money. I'll give you $13 million. I'll donate $13 million to your charity if you do this interview with me. And Oprah thought that this was going to be the defining moment of her career. And when she realized it wasn't the defining and it embarrassed her, she removed it from the website, her website. She removed it from her website after years of being on. It's gone. We should be able to watch that video anytime we get ready to. Moving on. No, she didn't got caught. Allegedly. I'm just saying.
That's what happened. And if you look up the title of producer and what it is a producer's job is, you'll find that what Oprah fixed should have already been prepared when they got there.
Already should have been ready to go. Already should have been ready to go. They shouldn't have had to say nothing.
Under the title of producer, there need not be a fix. And you know why things like this can happen, though, James.
Oh, and I guarantee you, Monique gonna let us know why things like this happen.
How? Why?
She gonna let us know.
Tell us. Make it make sense.
We all watched those videos with Oprah Winfrey and Taraji. We all hear different things that Oprah Winfrey may say when it came down to Harvey Weinstein. And
I want to get a shout out to Make It Make Sense. It's his show. He has 113,000 subscribers. I can post him in my community if you guys would like to sign up for him. Okay, he's again, Make It Make Sense.
We don't want to put this all on Harvey Weinstein because we'll miss the what, silver lining? Because we'll miss the point. We'll miss the point. We've watched this person as I'm watching these videos now, and everything was, didn't I champion for y'all? As soon as you called me up, didn't I champion for y'all? For the production. It's like, okay, stop.
Yeah, she see it too. She see it too. Didn't I champion for y'all? Didn't I do all this stuff for you guys? Didn't I make it right for you? Monique's like, yeah, right.
As I'm watching these videos now, and everything was, didn't I champion for y'all? As soon as you called me up, didn't I champion for y'all?
No.
For the production. It's like, Oprah Winfrey,
Stop.
Stop it. Because what you did was you didn't champion for those black
No,
women,
you
for our
didn't.
sisters. You didn't champion.
You didn't champion for them women, Oprah. You didn't. You were champion for yourself. You were thinking about yourself, allegedly. All about me, just like Megan. What's in it for me? And you made your match with Megan because you end up doing an interview that made you look like the biggest butt of jokes, because whether you know it or not, United Kingdom or not, some of them, most of them don't care for you because you diss their queen, Queen Elizabeth, when you had that mess on your show. But you sound just like Megan, blaming and pointing the fingers and pretending you didn't know what was happening. But Oprah has an attitude, Monique. Did you see the attitude? She had an attitude with Taraji. She's mad at her. She said because she was the champion. She did everything for these women. She made it right. You should have made it right from the beginning.
For them, what you did was in my humble opinion, it was, we could treat them just like we always treat the black actress. Who gonna check me, boo?
Told you.
I'm over.
Told you. We gonna treat them just like we always treat them. We're gonna lowball them. We're gonna give them just enough so they won't cry about it. And Taraji took a look at that and said, wait a minute, I'm worth more than that. You got me working these sets for the next 3 or 4 months, coming in here. Then you gonna blackball me with the money? Taraji should have walked away and talked about it.
Winfrey.
Not a charade.
So then when Oprah Winfrey got the call, well, I fixed everything, but y'all know everything should have been done when you showed up. And that's the part that we're missing. Everything should have been done when our sisters walked on that set. It is no way that should have gone down like that. And now when you see our beautiful sisters saying...
You know what? She is making Oprah look shameful. Really shameful. That's what Monique is doing. She said, ain't no way they should have been having to walk on set with that going down like that. First of all, Oprah, put yourself in these women's shoes. Would you want that done to you? Girlfriend? No, you know you need a trailer and you need this and you need that and that you need to be taken care of. But no. I believe she told production, let's pay them this amount because she was in a negotiation room. So she gonna put up front her own money. Then do it.
Yeah, but it got fixed. It's like, y'all, we're making it worse doing that.
Yes. It got fixed, but, not until after you guys were raising so much commotion about it. That's what my mom would say, commotion. Since she was raising so much commotion about it, we had to do something because they weren't going to go away. That's Oprah.
And either one or two things is true. Either Oprah is powerful.
She is.
Or Oprah is not as powerful at 3 things. Oprah is powerful.
Now
Oprah is not as powerful as...
Okay, hold on. Because she is very powerful. She's a billionaire. And she running with the who's of who's. She's next to Spielberg. I mean, Oprah's not no joke. So, where do we put her? Because she used to be like this wonderful, wonderful person. And now we didn't smell something. And it's okay because no one is perfect. But she walked around as if she was. But let's just take it back a notch. Here's the thing. I'm going to let them tell it.
This is Daddy talking. Why Daddy is talking, I don't know.
Daddy.
I don't know.
Okay.
Sydney, you might...
I think I'm done. So now I think Monique has her better half saying something. And I think we're shutting it down.
You might want to just sit this one out. Go ahead and sit this one out.
He said...
Not as powerful at 3 things.
He said, listen, if this is Daddy, which is Monique's husband or whatever, she calls him Daddy, then we may want to sit this one out. Let's see.
Oprah's powerful.
Now
Oprah's not as powerful as...
This is Daddy talking.
Okay, we're done.
Why Daddy?
Okay. I hope you guys like this video. This is about Oprah Winfrey and Monique responding to Oprah. And I happen to agree with her 100%. Let me make sure that we didn't miss anything else that Monique had to say, okay? Let me just double check. Because we're listening to this together.
Broken.
Okay, hold on.
Sure. So James, and I say these things that I'm saying to you humbly. So when this comes out, I hope that it reflects the humility that we're trying to put with it.
Ooh.
Okay?
Yes.
It was easy for our community to accept a broken black woman. And we saw Taraji be broken.
Yes, we did. She was
and bent
broken.
over and crying.
Not been over. Let me say this, because
She
a lot of
wasn't
people
bent
feel
over.
like Monique and Taraji's situation is very different.
Really?
I don't necessarily see it like that. I see that Monique
It's the
spoke
same.
truth to power. And it wasn't just about Monique not getting what she needed.
How would that be different? It's the same. It's the same. They're talking about the same money issues, the same problems. What Monique didn't do is talk about her treatment during that time. She just talks about, how she was not going to promote the film and how she was blackballed.
To
Let's see what they
promote
say.
this film that she was paid scale for. It was things like they didn't even have Gabby Sidibe's hair and makeup done. And Gabby Sidibe at that point was just a struggling actress. So you have the likes of Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey walking all these red carpets. Where was Gabby Sidibe, who played Precious, supposed to get the money for that? She didn't. Monique provided hair and makeup for this girl in Cannes and to walk red carpets. That is not heard of, especially for something where you already were paid scale. This was a labor of love. However, I got what Monique was saying. Now, Monique is, sometimes I don't agree with everything she says, but in this situation, I think that people find Taraji P. Henson more palatable in the way that she chose to address it.
Mm-hmm.
And they are championing her cause in a way that people did not do for Monique.
Right.
Mind you, Taraji P. Henson's role of Cookie, which really put her into superstardom, was actually Monique's role. Now, I'm a huge Monique fan. Not so much her stand-up as of late, but I could tell you word for word everything from like the Queens of Comedy to I could have Skinny Bitches Are Evil.
Oh, I love that
That's
one.
not so much her
I could have been your
stand-up as of late,
cellmate.
but I could tell you word for word everything from like the Queens of Comedy to
Queens of Comedy.
I could have been your
She was on
cellmate.
And
Skinny
I could be
Bitches
your
Are Evil.
soulmate.
All that stuff that she says.
You gotta watch that. Oh God, it's so controversial. It's called I Could Be Your Cellmate. And you could probably find it on YouTube. But she did that and she went into the jail cell and talked with these women and kind of put herself in their shoes. And I just thought it was so humbling of her to do that. It was hilarious. It was extremely funny. And Monique is funny. And the Queens of Comedy. We had a Kings of Comedy and Queens of Comedy. The Queens of Comedy was good too.
I love Monique, or I love the old Monique. After she lost the weight, I don't know what happened. But I love the old Monique. I was here for it. N-Dub, thank you so much for the super stick.
It's hard for our community to accept a black woman that has a strong black man by her side.
Not daddy's what happened.
Saying unacceptable. In an industry,
while exhibiting strength herself, you see two black people coming together saying, listen, we can sit up here and talk about being pro-right, pro-black, or we can sit up here and talk about being pro-truth. Because that doesn't have any colors. Gender bias is not included.
Okay, hold on. Okay, here we go.
When you hear those sisters say, when we showed up, we didn't even have any trailers. When we showed up, there was no food. When we showed up, we had to get ourselves to the set. When you hear all of these things, and who was at the helm of this production,
No.
James?
He repeated it.
Oprah Winfrey.
Okay, so when you hear all of these things, and then you start saying, see, this is the treatment of the black actress. It's nothing new. It's nothing new that the trailers are subpar. It's nothing new that either the food is subpar or there's no food at all. That's nothing new. So when Oprah Winfrey sits at the helm and Taraji P. Henson says, it's an honor that we were handpicked. We were handpicked for this movie. Well, if they were handpicked for that movie, those women should have been taken care of from the moment go.
Yes, that was good.
Right. There's no way they should have walked up and there were no trailers. There's no way there was no food. And then when you hear Oprah say, but when Taraji called me.
So, guys, I think that Monique had a point way back when, and I think she has a point now. And I knew that Monique was going to jump on this because she don't like Oprah.
Right.
She's not a fan of Tyler.
I was waiting on that. I was waiting on something from her because she hadn't said
While
anything
we're talking
yet.
about black actresses, let's talk about the very rich Vivica Fox. You guys have already seen this.
Ooh.
We're going to look at it
Let's
again real
see.
quick.
Let's see.
The perfect time to have the conversation that Taraji kind of continued over Monique. You're an actress. You've been out there. Is this the perfect time to kind of talk about that in the right platform?
Darling, to each his own. You know what I mean? I'm very happy, very blessed.
Okay. So
And,
make it make sense.
To each his own. I didn't have that experience, so, but to...
Okay, guys, really quick. This is Vivica Fox. She is an actress. She is a known actress, very known. She was in Independence Day with Will Smith as the love interest. So she was in that movie. Huh? Vivica Fox, okay? And now they're asking her about the whole Oprah and Taraji incident. And she says, she almost blows it off as if, I'm not having that problem, and to each his own. Like it was almost a diss to Taraji, as if, oh, I'm doing just fine, and I'm not coming over there to help you do anything. It is what it is. So I'm not having that problem. Moving on. That's how she sounded. Like, move on. Okay.
The perfect time to have the conversation that Taraji kind of continued over Monique. You're an actress. You've been out there. Is this the perfect time to kind of talk about that in the right platform?
Darling, to each his own. You know what I mean? I'm very happy, very blessed.
And to each his own. In other words, I'm not worried about her. I'm not concerned about her. To each his own. Let her figure out her own way through, because I don't have to figure that out. It really had a very distasteful thing going on with that, Vivica. She's your sister in Hollywood.
To each his own. I didn't have that experience, so,
She said, I didn't have what she went through, so I'm not really into that. So that's what she's...
Get your piece out is important.
That was good.
I totally understand that.
Get your
And
piece
I
out.
love my girls for looking out for each other.
She fixed it up.
But I'm good.
And then she messed up again. I'm good. Selfish. That was a selfish conversation. Self-centered self. I'm not worried about them. Let them figure that out themselves. But I'm good. Moving on. No, didn't make Vivica Fox look like the best of girlfriend power.
I did not like this.
Ooh.
Vivica has been in the business long enough to know how to do a good
Interview.
PR. Hey, I support them in whatever they have going on. She could have done that.
Yep.
She was being shady.
She was.
She definitely was being shady, y'all. And,
Make it make sense.
everybody keeps talking about her car shield commercials. Maybe it is paying well. I don't know. She's been doing a couple of things that we got to talk about. Here we go.
Uh-oh.
Where, she's trying to, walk some of it back.
What I do without you, without my cast, without my amazing director, David Toccato, hybrid.
Okay, so now she done said something. Now she wants to walk it back. or fix it. You know, she's sitting in the car doing it. First of all, anyway, I don't think it's genuine. And I haven't even heard it yet. Because now she's thanking all her producers and all of that stuff. Which means nothing. Unless they wasn't getting the kind of money they deserve from working with her. But this is Vivica Fox responding to her own self.
Trying to, walk some of it back.
What I do without you, without my cast, without my amazing director, David Ducato, Hybrid Films, Lifetime. I just love you guys so much. I really do. Entertainment Tonight ran a salute to my career, and they took me down memory lane, you guys, all the way from the time of my very first time being on TV as a Soul Train dancer. That's right, y'all. I was going down the Soul Train line.
Okay.
I did Soul Train Scandal Board and everything to my most current movies, and it's a lovely special. So check out Entertainment Tonight's salute to Vivica A. Fox. Okay, they said 2 minutes. It's been a wonderful journey. And in closing, I just want to say to all of my fans, somebody said 1 minute. Okay, thank you for the official countdown. Thank you guys. Man, I've had like the best week of my life. Like I said, I just left New York. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for all the support. I couldn't do what I do without you, without my cast, without my amazing director, David Ducato.
I don't, who is she act like she in an award show and they're giving her an award. Here, Vivica, you've won the Golden Globe Awards. Now she's talking about, I would just like to thank. Like, what is you doing in a car driving around thanking everybody? No, she messed up. She messed up with that comment that she made about to each his own, and I hope they figure it out, and I'm good.
So, Hybrid Films, Lifetime.
Okay, so I don't know why she did not just really show support for that lady. I don't know. We move on to this, so I can't actually show you this because they're showing clips, so we'll just do this. This is what Vivica had to say. She says, Vivica Fox says she would jump out at the opportunity to work with Taraji again, despite saying she can't relate to her.
Sorry about that. I was texting. I was sending Make It Make Sense a message. So sorry about that.
Had like the best week of my life. Like I said, I just left New York. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for all the support. I couldn't do what I do without you, without my cast, without my amazing director, David Ducato, Hybrid Films, Lifetime.
What?
Okay, so I don't know why she did not just really show support for that lady.
Right.
I don't know.
Taraji, she didn't.
We move on to this, so I can't actually show you this because they're showing clips, so we'll just do this. This is what Vivica had to say. She says, Vivica Fox says she would jump out at the opportunity to work with Taraji again, despite saying she can't relate to her career struggle.
Oh, honey. Oh, no, baby. Girl, I got to figure out some kind of way to get you on Empire. And I was so glad because everybody wanted to be on Empire. I've had
So, Vivica Fox has come out and said something in behalf of Taraji to make up for that dish she did. But what I'm finding is it's making her look even worse because she was asking Taraji or someone on that show to help her get a part in Empire. But then she's trying to, in this article, trying to pretend like she's high up and I would love to work with Taraji again. Like, no, Vivica. You have messed up, girlfriend. And people calling people out nowadays. In other words, just say what you want to say. But you're not saying it.
time.
You know why she ain't saying it? Because she don't regret what she said. And the only reason why she's backtracking is because maybe some of her fans said something to her. And now she's like, let me try to fix this. But she was trending. And she's thanking everybody at her Academy Award moment. And there's no award. I'm wrapping it up, guys.
His older sister.
I gotta ask you, are you getting a spinoff? Because that's the rumor.
Well, you know.
We were supposed to do a spinoff. We really were. and things just didn't work
So they
out.
were going to do a spinoff with Empire, but things just didn't work out.
Unfortunately, but I would jump at the opportunity to work with Taraji again. I mean, she is just
Again.
creme de la creme.
She said Taraji again. It's just...
17 years of prison taught you anything. It's definitely how to dress like a monkey. And
So, singing her praises, but saying that you can't really relate to her.
Right.
I don't know what's going on with Aunt Viv. I don't know.
Viv ain't really trying to
Maybe she was just having a
apologize.
bad day. I don't know. Where did they film The Color Purple at? Was it Tyler Perry Studios? Y'all can put it in the chat.
Okay. Listen, guys, I'm out of here. Kisses. I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it's not about Megan. So my UK family, you might not like this video as much, but I do appreciate you guys. This is on Oprah and Monique and Vivica Fox, obviously, a little bit of her. But hey, kisses to all of you. Bye-bye.